Well, damn, Carisha Please is becoming a photographer? This is JordanTower with JT News. Let's get right into it. It says, take your Christmas family pictures with Carisha Please. Email Brittany at Carisha Please. Free family holiday photos. What? The holidays are kind of far away, man. They're still like 4 months away. I mean, come on. We're getting ahead of ourselves here. Want to take your holiday photos for free with Carisha Please? Well, at least they're free, so she's not doing it for money. I don't get that. Is that a form of giving back? Maybe. Well, Drake has this, I guess he has a beef with the ex-Twitter owner, Jack. Jack always loves Kendrick Lamar, right? And recently he dissed him. He says, big as the Super Bowl, right as Kendrick Lamar got the Super Bowl performance. And Drake, he used a Drake line to kind of taunt Drake. Now, there's a rumor that Drake took one of Jack Dorsey's ex-girlfriends, which is possible. Drake is a savage. And that's how Drake caused a lot of enemies. He's a typical rapper that raps in these verses where it's like, they don't want just any girl. They want your girl. And that's a sick, twisted fantasy. Like Chubbs probably never brings his girl around Drake. He knows that Drake has this fetish of smashing the homie's girl. So, I know that Jack Dorsey probably wasn't the homie, but he has a history of smashing his friends' girls. It's crazy. So Jay-Z and the evil has come together. Jay-Z and what was this guy's name again? The owner of the 76ers, Michael Rubin. They come together and they come together. Oh, shoot. Tyrese has miraculously found the money. Oh, quick update. Tyrese has miraculously found the money he owes to his ex-wife and is arranging to be paid right now. He'll be home for dinner. $73,000. Okay, so Jay-Z and Michael Rubin, right? They're going to throw this event to bring another sports book to the public. I'm going to tell you something about these sports books. All your favorite podcasts are sponsored by sports books now. They're taking the money. I don't blame them. But I'm going to tell you, I don't see a good outcome of this. I mean, would I turn down a sports bet coming to me? I wouldn't, but I would also give the warnings of the addictions to gambling. I would want that to be in there because you're potentially giving someone too much access to something that's an addiction. You know how they talk about addictions in this country and they're like, oh my God, it's this addiction, that's addiction. I mean, marijuana isn't even legal, right? Federally, right? But some of the biggest, most destructive addictions is gambling, stuff like that. And it's completely like, you don't want to have too much access to it, right? Like, there's a reason why they shut liquor stores down at a certain time, right? They restrict your access to it a little bit, right? So these guys are starting a sports betting company, but there's a lot of them. I don't blame them for, it's enticing to start one, right? I think they're having this $250,000 dinner or something like that to get the money together and everything to do it, or to launch it, something like that. Something with $250,000. They had to put the money amount in there. So, anyways, that's going down. Another sports betting, more sports betting ads. Yeah. Diddy. So I'm sure you all saw this $100 million judgment against Diddy. This is going to get thrown out. This is obviously something that went under the radar, and Diddy wasn't able to. He has so many court cases going on that he wasn't able to respond to this one, and it went before a judge. And if you don't show up, there's a judgment. So he got a judgment. It'll obviously get overturned, and they'll see it again. But yeah, That's not going to go down like that. But Diddy does have a lot of legal fees coming up, and that's why he sold his house in LA, and he reduced the price just now from $70 million to $60 million. Rich Homie Quan and his father announces that there's a lot going on. There was a autopsy report put out, Rich Homie Quan, that he could have choked. And I hate to say it, but his brother talked about picking him up and he had food in his mouth and putting him on the couch because he had been passed out on the floor and he thought it was weird and picked him up and put him on the couch. That doesn't mean, he could have been dead already, right? He could have been dead already at that point. I guess he choked and nobody was there to save him. And, I'm going to tell you, it was probably because he might have been on something too, and it was easier for him to choke. I don't know. That's why you should keep one of those choke things in your house where you can suck there's a mask you put over your face, pause, and it takes the obstruction out of you. I think I should get one of those. Then we got TEMS. She denies pregnancy rumors with Future. She says she couldn't believe that people even thought that was real, and denies it. Tory Lanez warns of danger. As they raided his cell and they took all his recording equipment away. He says it's important that fans know the truth of how the crooked stuff that really goes on here. My cell was not raided, trashed because I learned how to record myself in prison or because I created the prison tapes. I was shut down because higher-ups figured out what I was really doing with prison tapes and how many inmates were being helped. Oh my gosh, this guy is really into deeper conspiracy. He says, since the first day I was incarcerated, I've been seen as blacks and other minorities receive the most cruel, illegal, unfair punishment. For nights, I asked God to reveal his purpose in making me go through this prison system. I was later shown the purpose. I was placed in jail to suffer, to feel, blah, 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 blah. I would figure out a way to record music and put all the proceeds towards legal representation to my fellow inmates. Although the higher-ups have stopped the prison tapes temporarily, they were too late to stop my overall plan. He has offered legal representation to 472 inmates. That's what he says. Probably for protection at the same time. But, that's a good thing. I'm not going to take away from the good part about it, but I don't think it's a deep conspiracy. This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, and I'll check you guys in the next one. Jordan Tower. New.